It's not a coup of politics or power, it's a quiet revolution of people. Section 1. The Quiet Revolution begins. Across Canada, from the towers of Toronto to the streets of Halifax, the country's population clock is spinning faster than ever. In 2025, Canada's population passed 41 million, the fastest growth in its modern history, fueled almost entirely by immigration. While birth rates fall below 1.5 children per woman, Ottawa's immigration plan welcomes nearly 500,000 new permanent residents annually. It's a demographic lifeline and an economic gamble. Every new arrival keeps the labor force expanding but pushes infrastructure to its limits. Unlike past waves that came in search of farmland or factories, today's immigrants arrive with laptops, degrees, and global networks. They plug directly into tech corridors, logistics hubs, and universities. Canada's economy is being rewired in real time. This new population surge means 1 in 4 workers is foreign-born. By 2036, that will approach 1 in 3. The result? A nation whose growth engine now depends more on visas than on births. Cities are transforming to reflect this shift. Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and Ottawa are now majority-minority metros, mosaics of languages, foods, and ambitions. Each newcomer brings skills and spending power. Each adds pressure on housing and healthcare. Economists call it the immigration multiplier. Every worker who arrives generates 2 to 3 additional jobs through demand for goods and services. But in housing, the same multiplier fuels rent spikes that outpace wage growth. For decades, Canada marketed itself as a land of opportunity. Now the world has accepted the offer. The challenge is balancing prosperity with sustainability before opportunity turns into scarcity. A silent transformation is underway, not led by politicians, but by policies written years ago that now shape the country's destiny. This is the new quiet revolution of Canada. Section 2. The Workforce Rewired. Who builds tomorrow's Canada? The locals or the newcomers who keep its engines running? Walk through any downtown office or hospital wing and you'll see the shift. More than 30% of Canada's STEM workforce and 40% of healthcare professionals were born abroad. Immigration is no longer a supplement, it's the system. Labour market data from 2025 show that newcomers fill 8 out of 10 new tech and construction roles. Employers say global recruitment keeps projects alive. Without it, Canada's productivity growth would flatline. In Toronto's financial district, global teams trade in multiple languages. In Alberta's energy corridor, international engineers manage digital drilling operations from Calgary control rooms. Diversity isn't cosmetic, it's operational. Yet tensions surface when Canadians feel sidelined. Wage competition, credential mismatch, and automation create anxiety. Many domestic graduates juggle contract jobs, while newcomers with niche expertise secure permanent roles. Businesses defend the trend. Experience, not origin, drives hiring. A cybersecurity expert from abroad can protect a bank's systems within weeks, a skill Canada can't train fast enough. The result is a workforce that looks global because the economy is global. The public debate often ignores geography. Jobs aren't vanishing, they're migrating to wherever talent resides. Remote work allows global professionals to fill Canadian contracts without ever crossing an ocean. Government policy tries to catch up. The global talent stream, express entry, and new digital nomad visas form a web of recruitment channels feeding employers from all continents. The real story isn't replacement, it's reliance. Canada's prosperity now depends on global connectivity as much as oil or timber once sustained it. The workforce has been permanently rewired. Section 3. Education, the new gateway. What was once a classroom has become the front door to citizenship. Canada's universities have quietly become immigration incubators. In 2025, they hosted nearly 900,000 international students, generating over $22 billion in revenue, more than the country earns from auto exports. Most come from fast-growing economies across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, drawn by English education and clear residency pathways. Their tuition, often 5 times higher than domestic fees, keeps many institutions solvent. For small towns, foreign enrollments mean survival. Colleges in Ontario and Atlantic Canada rely on international students for 60–70% of income. When borders closed in 2020, some nearly collapsed, proof of how dependent Canada's education economy has become. But growth brings side effects. Rental markets near campuses exploded. Average student rent in major cities exceeds $1,500 per month. Part-time jobs vanish under competition. Municipalities scramble to add transit and housing. For students, the classroom is step 1 of a multi-stage migration plan: study permit, postgraduate work permit, permanent residency. Roughly 60% of international graduates stay after finishing their degrees. This influx feeds directly into the labor market. Employers love the model: trained in Canada, culturally acclimated, and work-ready. Yet critics warn it blurs the line between education and economic policy. The federal government introduced new verification rules in 2024 to limit low-value programs and prevent exploitation, but enforcement remains uneven. Some private colleges still market citizenship more than credentials. Still, the benefits are undeniable. Global classrooms spark innovation, boost research, and link Canada to emerging markets. In the process, higher education has evolved from an academic mission into a cornerstone of national strategy. Section 4. The corporate shift. Behind the boardroom doors, Canada's biggest companies are changing who they hire and who they listen to. Canada's largest employers now treat global hiring as a growth strategy, not an option. Since 2022, more than 60% of Fortune 500 subsidiaries in Canada report relying on international recruitment to fill specialized roles in AI, finance, and energy transition projects. The Global Talent Stream program allows them to import experts in under 2 weeks, a process that once took months. For firms like Shopify, RBC, and CGI, it means innovation never pauses. Corporate Canada has become borderless. Hybrid teams stretch from Toronto to Bengaluru to Manila, collaborating in real time. What began as cost-saving outsourcing has matured into distributed leadership. CEOs call it de-risking through diversity. A globally mixed executive table shields companies from regional shocks, economic downturns, political unrest, or even trade disputes. Yet beneath the efficiency lies dependency. Many sectors cannot function without foreign talent pipelines. In 2025, 1/3 of new tech startups in Canada had at least one founder born abroad, while local graduate employment in tech stagnated. This dependency reshapes corporate culture. HR departments now integrate cultural competency training. Mentorship programs pair newcomers with Canadians to retain talent. The workplace itself has become a laboratory for integration. For investors, the trend signals stability. For policymakers, it raises alarms about domestic skill development. If global inflows slow, Canada's innovation machine could seize up. The corporate shift is subtle but seismic, a quiet outsourcing of expertise inward, redefining who drives the country's economy. Section 5. The demographic tipping point. When a nation's story changes faster than its census can count, identity itself becomes the debate. In 2025, Canada's median age hit 41.8, but the growth rate of younger, foreign-born populations keeps cities youthful and productive. Immigration now accounts for 98% of population growth, compared with 75% a decade ago. Major metros, Toronto, Vancouver, Mississauga, Surrey, Calgary, are now home to populations where no single ethnic group holds a majority. Canada has evolved from mosaic to kaleidoscope. Linguistic diversity is rising too. Nearly 8 million residents speak a non-official language at home, from Mandarin and Punjabi to Arabic and Tagalog. That linguistic richness feeds global trade links but challenges civic unity. Political influence follows demographics. Federal ridings with high newcomer populations now decide elections. Campaign strategies increasingly focus on newcomer priorities such as affordability, credentials, and family reunification. Faith and culture diversify public life. New festivals, cuisines, and traditions reshape the national calendar. Cities host Lunar New Year parades alongside Canada Day fireworks. Yet identity anxiety lingers. Surveys show 47% of Canadians worry the country is changing too fast, while 53% believe diversity strengthens society. The divide isn't ethnic, it's emotional, centered on belonging. Governments attempt to balance recognition and integration, funding language training, mentorship, and housing. Still, the scale of change makes consensus elusive. Canada's tipping point isn't about numbers, it's about narrative. The story of we is being rewritten line by everyone who calls this land home. Section 6. The challenges ahead. Growth without balance becomes a burden, and Canada is feeling the weight. The housing crisis has become the lightning rod of immigration debates. In 2025, average home prices remain above £750,000 nationwide, while rent inflation surpasses 9% annually in major cities. New arrivals need homes immediately, but supply chains lag. Construction labor shortages, ironically worsened by slow credential recognition for foreign tradespeople, keep projects behind schedule. Infrastructure strains ripple outward, classrooms overflow, hospitals face wait times exceeding 2020 levels, and public transit networks groan under record ridership. Economic growth looks strong on paper, yet real wage gains remain flat once housing costs are deducted. Middle-income Canadians feel squeezed, fueling resentment toward policies they once supported. Employers face cultural and communication gaps as diverse teams expand faster than integration training budgets. Many HR departments now spend more on onboarding than recruiting. Government responses include new provincial nominee streams targeting construction and healthcare, plus caps and temporary visas in overheated regions. Implementation, however, trails urgency. The conversation is no longer about immigration versus no immigration, it's about capacity. How much can Canada grow without compromising quality of life? Every great nation faces growing pains. For Canada, managing this influx humanely and strategically will define whether diversity becomes division or destiny. Section 7. Canada's path forward. The question isn't whether immigration will shape Canada's future, it's who will guide the shape. Policymakers now admit Canada's prosperity depends on sustaining inflows while investing at home. The 2025 budget earmarks billions for skilled trade training and accelerated credential recognition. Universities partner with industries to align programs with real labor gaps. Apprenticeships are being modernized, blending local trainees with global mentors. Technology may be Canada's greatest ally. AI-driven planning tools predict population growth by postal code, guiding infrastructure spending before crises erupt. Rural revitalization offers another frontier. Programs relocating newcomers to smaller towns have doubled since 2022, balancing regional economies and easing urban pressure. Public sentiment, once divided, is slowly maturing. Polls show younger Canadians view multiculturalism as a core strength, associating diversity with innovation. Businesses that once relied solely on importing talent now invest in domestic pipelines, scholarships, mentorships, and community partnerships, creating a loop of inclusion and growth. The world is watching Canada as a living experiment. Can a nation expand through openness without losing cohesion? Success would make it a model for the 21st century. The hidden power shift is no longer hidden. It's Canada's new reality. If managed wisely, it could become the country's greatest advantage. If you believe in balanced growth, transparency, and opportunity for all, share this video so more Canadians understand the forces shaping our nation. Like, comment, and subscribe to True North Canada First as we uncover the truth behind the headlines. Together we can build a Canada that thrives through both diversity and unity. Let's reach 4,000 subscribers and keep this conversation alive.